All right, time now for better food. You might associate fresh herbs with dinners, but, you know, they can add a new layer to your desserts, too.
Laura Grimmer from the Perfect Pear is showing us 3 different recipes that we can use fresh ingredients in. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you.
A lot of people have herb gardens right now, and I think they just think of sprinkling it in pasta or whatever, but we can really make some really impressive desserts by incorporating them.
Completely. The thing with herbs this time of year is our gardens are just filled and overflowing with them. You hate to see them go to waste. And so we've come up with a few ways to incorporate some of the more hardy herbs into desserts and that sort of thing.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you had smell-o-vision at home, because this right here is a lemon. What is that again?
It's a lemon glazed herb de Provence olive oil cake.
Oh my God.
And next to that are lemon rosemary cookies that we're going to make.
And orange thyme cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, completely. So when I say hardy herbs, I mean things that have a little bit of a stalk to them, not things like parsley and chives or kind of soft herbs. Hardier herbs are things like lavender, tarragon, rosemary, thyme. Mint is kind of on the fence because you can definitely use mint in lots of applications. Yep. So a couple of ways that we use herbs in sweet cooking. You can infuse a liquid and then use that liquid in the cooking.
Okay.
You can include the herb in your batter, or you can pulverize the herb and use it almost in addition to a flour, that sort of thing.
Right.
So first and foremost, what I have here is I have some lavender buds that have been steeped in simple syrup.
Oh, okay.
And so this is the kind of thing where if you get like a lavender lemonade or some sort of a cocktail, this is how you do that, is you make the simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water, and then you just add the herb to it, and then you have this really wonderful simple syrup that you can use in place of sugar or in place of anything in a cocktail.
Do you bring it to a boil and then let it just calm down?
Yeah, when you make the simple syrup, you're just going to combine the sugar and the water until they melt and become one, and then add the herbs, take it off the heat, put the lid on it, and let it steep for 15, 30 minutes. Okay? So that's one way you do it. The other way we do it is, again, when we put it into a dry mixture. So, for example, I have stuffed pears that have a batter with almonds and tarragon.
Oh my gosh.
And so that is just the fresh herb that's been included there in the batter. The olive oil cake has dried herb de Provence. I've had a couple of people ask me, what is herb de Provence?
What is it?
Yeah, and so you see it a lot of times in the grocery store. You'll see it on a menu, or somebody will give it to you in a gift basket, and you're like, what is this? And what it really is it's a mixture from the south of France, is where it came from, of all of the herbs that you have left over at the end of the summer. So it's lavender, tarragon, marjoram, savory, thyme, rosemary, oregano, anything you can just throw in, and that is herb de Provence. It's a very good basic mixture.
So what are we doing with this?
All right, so what we have here is a lavender-infused flan. And I keep saying lavender flan. And so what this is I actually cold steeped the lavender overnight in the milk that goes into the flan mixture, because I didn't want to mess with the nature of the milk. This is and everything that goes into the flan is cold, and so I didn't want to heat that milk because I didn't want to denature it in any way, because I wasn't sure the impact that it might have on the flan. And so this is the caramel flan is what has that wonderful layer of caramel on the bottom. So this is going to be serious live TV work. Anytime you unmold anything like this, you basically really want to make sure that your container is completely covered, that you can grip it. You don't want to be trying to balance a container or anything like that.
Flip it?
And then we're just going to flip it over. And then we're going to think good thoughts. And we're going to just give it a minute to think about itself, to drip down. And then we're just going to lift it up. There you go.
Okay. So you basically would take your flan recipe, and then but you just took the milk and you let it sit overnight with lavender soaking in it.
That's right. And then I strained out the lavender and then just made it as usual. So it's a very light flavor. If you really wanted a very strong essence of lavender, you could certainly use a lot more or let it steep longer. But one of the things with herbs, especially in sweet cooking, is you want to take a light hand. Not everybody likes to have their flan taste like soap, you know, because that's the thing. Lavender definitely has a strong flavor. And then, but even things that are very subtle, it's amazing when you cook with the herbs. So the herb de Provence and the olive oil cake and the peaches and the cookies, the herb takes on just a very like umami quality. It's not, you don't taste like, oh my goodness, there's rosemary.
Is this ready to go?
This is. Do you want to try some?
I'd love.
Do you want to you're just going to dig in? All right.
Yeah, put a little on a
plate. Do you want to try a little bit of the peach?
Yes, that would be delicious. I was really excited about the peach. peach because here, you're going to eat the flan, I'm going to eat the peach. Because the peach is nice. You would just take, peaches are coming into season, right? Or they are right now, I'm not sure.
I'm just going to pick one up. Ooh, look at that. Yummy, yummy.
And you just put a stuffing in here of almonds and...
Yep, there's a very light batter, a little bit of sugar, brown sugar, flour, and then a little bit of tarragon. What do you think?
I think that I would like to marry you. This is one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life.
You want a little whipped cream on that?
Perfect Pear is a kitchenware store, and beyond that, Laura also teaches cooking and wine classes. Check out her website, perfectpearct.com. This is seriously one of the best things I've ever tasted.
No, I'm sorry, mine's better.
Okay, whatever. We're going to have a fight over this.
So
The shop is located on Main Street in Chester. Go check it out.